I'm going out of my mind, but it's alright. Thoughts elevate, stimulating, clear your mind with Mary.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Shamay over here with Knocksmith Interactive Magazine. I want to definitely start by saying I truly enjoy having a local female artist here who holds it down out here, because there's not that many women out here holding it down in the music scene. So I want to introduce the lovely
Sharita Renee. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Yes, I gotta have you. I'm excited to have you here. We've worked together over the years, so holding it down for our 925 area is definitely awesome.
Very talented woman right here as well.
You too. You have to see her dance, because we're gonna get to that. So tell me, let's start by you telling me how you got involved in the music industry. Like, when did you discover it was your passion? How did you get in?
Well, I've been singing and entertaining and writing all of my life. The entertainment part just always trying to keep everybody smiling and everything. But I knew it was my passion all along. But I decided to take it seriously in about 2011 when I met the Jacka and us of the Mob Figures. They kind of showed me the ropes, and I went from there. And that's when I knew that I could actually pursue this. So that was reality.
Start seeing the stars.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
So I know out here in the scene being a female artist, what is it like being a female artist in the independent scene?
I mean, it has its pros and its cons. I think it's a lot easier maybe for the guys because, they tend to stick together and try to uplift each other, as opposed to us women, we tend to, be real finicky and picky about who we want. And I feel, or who we want to, be around and help. But I feel like if we were to stick together, it would be a lot easier for all of us women, independently, and even, in the industry period.
I think in business, it's funny that you say that, because yesterday I was at a women's conference, and the overarching theme was many women were saying that they don't do a lot of business with other women because of the issues that come with it. So
I haven't worked with another female artist. I want to.
Yes, hello, ladies. You gotta hold it down. So it's crazy. It's 2 days in a row that's been one of the messages. So we definitely gotta support each other. I agree with you. Among men, it seems a lot easier.
Yeah.
With that being said, us as women, we definitely gotta hold it down for each other out here, because together we can do a lot more than we can do separately.
Yes.
I definitely agree. Even when I was in the show scene, there wasn't many women in the show scene either. So.
And that's why I appreciated you, reaching out and helping me to try to get on. Like, I really do, because there's not many women that do that either.
And I was impressed too.
Thank you.
So in the future, do you plan on staying independent? Are you shopping labels? Like, what is your goal with the labels?
Well, I've been approached by a few labels. I'm not really gonna say and what it's about. But for now, I want to learn the business a little more before I hop into anything legal. I want to, and also, better myself, better my craft, get my mind right and everything. Not to say that it's not, but there's a lot that goes into being in this industry and the hard work of it. So, I pretty much.
You want to take your time, get your feet.
I'm going to take my time. I'm not saying I don't want to be signed, but right now, that's not my goal.
I understand. I respect that. So can you tell me about any latest projects you're working on? Any albums you have coming, mixtapes?
Well, don't have any albums as yet, but currently I'm working on a new mixtape, my first mixtape. I've been dropping singles since I've started, but I'm ready to put a project together because I think I have a good enough fan base now to where they deserve something.
Yeah,
so the new mixtape is going to be called, I'd rather call it an EP, it's going to be called I Am R&B. There's going to be a lot of old school, new school, just everything, collaborations. I can't name too many people yet. I'm still working on it, but that's.
So would you say it has more like a 90s feel overall?
Yes, I love all 90s. I've loved that era. I love 80s, 70s. I love all type of music really, but 90s, I grew up in that era, so it's definitely gonna have that feel.
I'm looking out for it.
All right.
I do want to say congratulations on your recent award. That's an amazing award. So how did that make you feel being getting recognition out here in the 925, because I think it's big.
It's really big, and it was my first award ever in anything. You get those attendance awards at school. It's like, no. And then to know that I, was even nominated, is an honor too, and then I won. you know, and I couldn't be there, but you know, just the fact that I was, it just warmed my heart. It was like bittersweet though, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was.
I think it's well deserved.
There was another award there that the Jack won also, and I was on the song for a hard time, so it was just like, oh my God, I wish he was here to celebrate that. But it was
he's looking down at us, and I know he's proud. Well, that's great that you added that too, because that was my next question actually was, you know, tell me a little bit about working with him, you know, your experience of working with the Jacket.
Jack, man, he's just a great all-around guy. He's always looking out for everybody, and working with him is like he's so focused. When in the studio, it's like you get to it, you get to it. There's no I can't do it. It's just like if I call you here, then he kind of expects you to, you know, just do something. He's giving you the opportunity. You know what I mean? And just a great person. I
agree. You know, the times I was in the studio with him, he was always focused and he was always humble.
Yeah.
Just real down to earth. You know, I know him from our hometown, but just really being on that side of it too, he was always solid. Yeah. Always, you know, so. And he rests in peace, but I know he's proud of you, but I definitely know that too.
Of all of us.
So congratulations on that award too.
Thank you. I was like, we won that. MC? Yeah, that was awesome.
So Horace, speaking of Jack and other artists, who have you worked with over the years?
Okay. Jack, Hustler, Drew Down, Sugar Free, Breeze, or Megalodon. Shout out to Megalodon too. Rapping Forte. There's a few people. Off top, those are the ones I can really I can name. I'm sorry if I'm leaving out. I know I'm leaving out so many people, but y'all know I live, y'all.
So amongst the people that you named, do you remain close to any of them? You still have a working relationship with them?
Yes, of course. You know, if any time they need any type of vocal work or R&B kind of stuff, you know, they'll definitely, you know, shout me out or say, come through if you can. Lately, it's just been kind of mellow with everything going on. So I'm sure now 2016 is probably going to start picking it up again.
I think this is the year to check out. I really have that feeling in all business, especially in entrepreneurial world too. So
it feels like
I'm definitely excited for it. Yeah. So speaking like, well, going back to like albums and compilations, what do you think about solo albums or compilations? What would be your best fit, you think? You know, some people will get involved in compilations and then do their solos. What are your views on that?
Well, you know, it's funny you asked that because I'm kind of being led into compilations as I'm working on my solo. So it's like people just been hitting me left and right, hey, I need you for this, recommendations, and I've just been really doing a lot of stuff. So I have a lot of music out there that is on compilation albums and different stuff, which is helping me to promote my stuff. You know what I mean? It's just really a network I'm seeing work. Yeah.
I agree, it's networking.
So both, just depending on.
And I like it because it's, you know, it's cross-promotion when you're in a compilation. If people are from different areas, different states, and you're promoting, and that's the beauty in it, so that's definitely awesome. So what would you say would be one of the biggest obstacles that you face in the music industry?
Well, not so much anymore, but I think the biggest obstacle really was myself and just trusting that I can do everything that I'm really trying to do and putting my mind to, because, you know, you're your biggest enemy. You know, you start worrying about, you know, your insecurities and what other people think and this, that, and the other, and I had to just get over that and just go forward, you know, and just really believe in myself. So that was the biggest hurdle with me. So now it's just let's go, and you got to just push yourself every day to just keep going.
You know, being a female entrepreneur, I can relate to that, you know. I just say, you know, your haters are your motivators. Yeah. And you can't please everybody.
No,
so
and everybody's not going to like you.
And everybody's not going to like you. And it's absolutely
It's okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean, I agree. So, but don't worry, you know, that's okay. Because when they see you, they don't.
And I'm still going to.
Right. Put a long hand to spoon, but we're still going to. So as far as like social media, what are the pros and cons you see with being involved in social media these days?
Well, I would say the pros are that you know, you get to really show the world who you are through your own eyes and, you know, through your own things. But there's also cons to that, and that to me, I feel like, well, another thing with the pros, you also are able to meet all type of people all over the world through social media, of course. But the cons of it, I feel like it takes away from everything else, like the magazines, for example. you know.
That's true.
I used to go and get my magazines off of the, you know, in the supermarkets just to go see what was going on with my next artist. That was the excitement, and, you know, going to the shows because you can't see what's really going on. The mysteriousness of it, I think, is the cons. And also the fact that everything is so fabricated. And it's like, I don't know, it's just a lot of...
Well, see, I think that's the awesome thing about Knocksmith too. You know, you have that print magazine.
Yes.
You'll see the artist features. You can scan a QR code and you'll go right to that person's YouTube.
Exactly.
You go straight to that person. You don't have to go Google and I gotta find out who this is and which link should I click on because I don't know. So I think that that's the beauty of it too. And it eliminates the social media, but it will never eliminate it. But you know, you'll go straight to that person instead of browsing all day long. So see, that's a good.
Man, that's why I'm happy to be here. This is exciting for me. First magazine interview, just first everything with you guys. I really appreciate that.
So as a female artist, we kind of talked about this, but you feel that you get more support from the male fans than you do the female fans?
You know what? Actually, I would say the females. The males too, they support in a watching kind of manner, you know what I mean? You know, comment and all that. But the females, surprisingly, and I'm thankful for this because you really got to get the kids and the females on board. Really, women. I'm sorry, I'm not calling females, women. But you really got to do that, and you know they really are supportive, more so than I would think. You know, but I think it's just all in me being myself, and also reaching out to them as well, and showing that I see what you're doing too. I'm not just going to be on social media and not comment back. You know, if you say I'm beautiful, hey, you're definitely beautiful too. You know what I mean? So it's just a support. And yes, the females definitely have my back.
I think it's just, you know, being around like-minded people and women in general too. So I think that goes a long way too. So, you know, you're an artist and an entrepreneur. What advice would you give to an up-and-coming artist and entering that entrepreneur world with their craft?
It is hard. You really have to stay focused, and you really have to believe in yourself and just really keep going. There are going to be hills and mountains and ups and downs, and you have to know that. And just when you feel like, you know, you want to quit, don't. Because when you push yourself a little bit further than that, you'll see like it's just something so much better over that. And it's never really don't always set yourself up for one goal either. Just look at it as the goal is just enjoying the process as you go. Just enjoy these ups and downs. It's all a part of everything.
Just ride the roller coaster.
Just ride it. Just enjoy it. You know what I mean? If you don't just set your goals just right here. I mean, if you do that, you're going to set yourself up for failure. Not to say you won't reach that goal, but you're going to be like, oh gosh, it's going to get farther and farther away. Just enjoy the ride on the way to so many other things.
So I do want to say, you know, being in the entertainment scene for a really long time in the 19.5, I do, you know, want to say one of the things I respect about you, you know, well, one, Dylan with me because I was a stickler with my shit, it was.
Yeah.
But also the fact that, you know, you showed up and you showed out. And I think a lot of artists these days, they don't take stage presence as serious as they should. And you come with a choreography, you got everything choreographed, you got your dancers, you put on a show. It's not, you don't just grab the mic and start singing and hope people give you attention. Like you really put your all into it. And I think that a lot of artists these days, they are absent, to me personally, in my experience, are absent-minded for that. So I do definitely respect you for taking that added time to give a show, you know, because most people don't.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty.
That's the entertainment of it. Like you go to the circus, you want to see a show. You don't want to just see a clown there.
You don't want to be like,
And I ain't no Whitney Houston, so you know what I mean? I like to just do everything all around and, you know.
But you're a performer.
Yeah.
You're a singer, but you're a performer.
Yes.
Many women and men can sing.
Yeah.
And you can be an artist, but can you perform?
Right.
So that's the beauty that you have.
Thank you.
So I respect that. You know, I done dealt with a lot of artists.
Man, thank you.
So I definitely want to
thank you for recognizing that.
I do. I know that when you come, you're going to give a show.
I got to.
So that's and you set that stage, so I think that's awesome too.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. I look forward to the future too.
I'm coming.
Next year.
Yes.
What would you say one of the biggest misconceptions that young artists have coming up? What do you think that is one of the big misconceptions they have when they enter the music scene?
They think that everything is so real, and I'm telling you, it's so fabricated when it comes to the music. Like all this, I'm gonna really just say it out here. All these followers and all these posts, all this stuff, it's all paid for, you guys. It's really all paid for. And I think that if they could learn to recognize or start to learn the business of it, it'll ease their minds a little bit. I think that's the biggest misconception, is that everything out there is real and all that. There's all sorts of filters and apps and all kind of stuff. Just be yourself. I don't know. That to me, right? I just feel like that's the biggest misconception, and that it's easy. It's not as easy as it looks.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people have a misconception that's easy, and that's what causes people to give up real quick.
Yeah.
So that's exactly Twitter. So what is the wildest thing that you've ever did? We're gonna throw a random question in there. What's the wildest thing that people would be surprised that you ever did?
The wildest
That
thing.
you could say on camera.
I would just I don't do things too wild. Like I'm not too much of a wild person. But maybe I just can't mention on camera. No, you know I'm always live. So it's like I would have to really just pick from everywhere because we're always doing all sorts of random wild stuff. But to pick the wildest, I don't know. But I do want to go skydiving one day. So I think that'll be the wildest thing I've ever done.
I'm scared.
Me too, but I want to go.
You know, I was just thinking too, now that I think back to the show days too, I have a question too. So, your style is different, right? It's more like the 90s still. Do you catch any flack for that? Or you have people that question you about that? Or do you feel like it doesn't matter? I remain true to my 90s style and this is my 90s swag and that's what I'm doing?
What happened with that was funny. When I first came out, everybody was telling me, get out of the 90s, get out of this, get out of that. And I'm like, it's so funny now because I see so many people doing it. And it's not that I'm trying to do this, this is just who I am. So yeah, I received some flack about it. And it's just funny that he asked that because it's like, I was just talking
to people who at first were like, what was that? You know, and I'm like, that's who she is. And it's you say who you are.
I've always.
You don't have to be commercial with it. You know what I mean? So,
but now I see everybody kind of, I'm not saying doing what I'm doing, but going back to what everybody was doing in the 90s and stuff, which I like it. It's going to help us all, like, bring all the 90s stuff back, but it's just, like, funny. Y'all used to get on me about it. Now y'all over there doing it, too.
And then you got that award.
Yeah!
So, if you could sum yourself up as an artist in one word, what would that word be? One word.
I have to say I am. I am living.
That's right.
I am
Speak it into existence.
Yes, definitely have to do that. That's the best thing I can, speak on my future for it in describing myself.
That's awesome. I agree with you.
Definitely.
So what can fans look out for, and then how can they contact you if they want to see, your videos, your music? How can they get a hold of you? How can they reach out?
Well, you can follow me on Twitter, Sharita_Renee, SHARITA_RENEE. Same with Instagram, it's Sharita.Renee. I just got a Snapchat. I still don't know how to use it, but it's so funny. But it's Sharita.Renee also. You can look me up on YouTube. Just type my name in Google. There's a lot of places. Oh, SoundCloud, definitely. SoundCloud, Sharita Renee. Just type my name and you find me.
And look out for that Kama Sutra video.
Oh my goodness, yes.
But so any last minute shout outs that you want to give?
Well, definitely shout out to Knocksmith. Definitely. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting me, the fans, my family, just everybody. I really appreciate everything.
Well, we want to thank you for coming on. Make sure you guys check her out, Sharita Renee. She got that award, Best R&B Female Artist out here, and she holds it down. So definitely go and find out more about her. We thank you for coming here today.
Thank you so much, too. I appreciate it.
Anytime.